8:13 on this beautiful Monday morning. That is just a picture-perfect view right outside of Denver. Now on to the Fox 31 problem solvers. We have some critical consumer information that could save you a lot of money. Listen to this. Every 2 seconds, someone is a victim of identity fraud. That's why the Better Business Bureau is teaming up with the White House and the National Cybersecurity Alliance to call on consumers and businesses to lock down your login. Kim States from the Better Business Bureau is here to explain what exactly do you mean by that, Kim?
Well, really what it means is passwords are just not enough anymore. And so this whole campaign is really to help people understand that two-step authentication is really required everywhere that you require a password login.
In this day and age, you know, in 2016, we do everything on the internet, our social media, we bank online, we go shopping online. Does it make you more vulnerable?
It absolutely does. I mean, we live online. That's how business is conducted. And you've heard of all of the major breaches that we've had over the last couple of years, very large institutions. And you as an individual are just as vulnerable to those types of breaches.
So you go back to the login. What can you do to make your password more secure, to protect yourself?
Right, well, most websites today offer free two-step authentication. Essentially what that means is if you try to log in, let's say to your Google account, it'll say, send you a text message with a special code that you on your phone that you then have to enter to access that account. And most websites, banking sites, will offer that free service. There's also a two-step authentication that you can use through a key fob, a security key fob. So this will, plug into your USB port, and you enter a PIN, and then it gives you the code to then log into your network.
And I feel like the programs online are getting more sophisticated too. When you go to type in your password, you have to have one uppercase, one lowercase, a numeric, and a symbol. Have you seen that trend too?
Absolutely, and it's a good practice to make them as complex as you can. And it's also a good practice to change them regularly. You don't want to let those passwords stay the same for several months. So it's every October, National Cybersecurity Month, make it a practice to go in and update all of those passwords.
And we've come a long way with technology. I mean, the finger and facial recognition, tell us more about that.
Well, also, that's something that's built into almost every new device. I use the finger swipe on my phone. So it's really two-step authentication is either it's using something you have, which is facial recognition, a fingerprint, or a code through the security fob, and something you know, which is your password.
Is it okay to have the same password for everything? I mean, how do you remember so many different passwords? What's the best advice there?
Well, there are also security keys or key fobs where you can securely store all of those passwords. So no, it's not okay to have the same password for every account, and it's not okay to use common things like your address or your
password as the password.
Your pet's name, password is the password. Not a good idea. So there are also tools you can use to store all of those.
How often should you be updating your password?
Every 3 to 6 months really is good practice. At a minimum every year, but 3 to 6 months really is a good idea.
All right, Kim, thanks so much for being here with us. We do appreciate it. That's some very good information. You can get more advice in the Good Day section of our website, KDVR.com. And Greg, you listening to that? Change your password every 3 to 6 months.
Apparently 0000 isn't good enough. It's Kirk's too. Great. Oh, there you go. Identity compromised. We have a